And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Okay. Bin bereit. Mit Counter. Mann. Hier ist da. Ich hoffe, wir sehen jetzt einiges. Dazu. Hier geht's auch gut los warm. Ja, der Ventilator ist auf mich gerichtet hier. Das geht. Ich liebe diesen Soundtrack. Es ist so schön.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games
Das
that
Studio
we love
sieht so
to,
hübsch
and
aus.
that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout.
Aber er hat keine Lederjacke an. Keine Lederjacke. Ihm ist auch warm.
All that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do.
Hallöchen, René.
And that is
Du bist
Starfield.
lauter als Todd. Viel lauter. Oh, Entschuldigung. Warte mal eben.
With the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio, we've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our
Besser?
game special. So,
Ist
let's
das
jump
besser
in
so?
and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of
1000,
where to
ey.
go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around
Können
you.
auf den Mond?
Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person,
Oh, sehr gut.
and you can play it in first person.
Okay, das ist wichtig. Das ist wichtig.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources,
Oh, das ist
do
okay,
a
das
mission,
ist cool.
and
Das ist
maybe
cool,
even
das ist cool.
stumble upon something unexpected.
Das nachher so aussieht, kaufe ich mir wieder einen Rechner, ey. Laser, ja. Piu, piu, piu. Wie schnell, also das wirkt alles so schnell. Wir können durch die Gegend schweben hier. Die auch. Es wirkt alles so fluffig. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? So, hui.
We do love stuff, and all of the items allowing you to pick
Cola.
everything up. And you can view all that
Ganz wichtig.
in
Nuka
your
Cola,
data
Cola.
menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from
Okay,
your skills
schönes-
to your
schönes
ship, your
Interface.
missions, and your inventory.
Schönes
We
Interface.
love to pack a ton of detail in every object.
Ah, das eher nicht
From
so,
all of
aber
your
eben war gut.
weapons to spacesuits,
Okay.
to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food.
Food.
When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Let's go.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head-
Hä? Der hat den Namen gesagt. Captain Howard. Captain Bibscut.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of
So
the golden
fluffy, so hui.
age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you
Ja
and
gut,
your
wir
crew.
können ja eigene Schiffe
And
bauen,
like
ne?
many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out
Hallöchen,
further, you
Hadrian.
can view
Na,
all
was?
the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems
Wie
in this part of the
viel?
galaxy. Here
soll
you
ich denn
can
jeden
plot a
Stern
course to ones
besuchen?
that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
Ah,
But
okay.
for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system,
Ah.
where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Wahrscheinlich die, ja, New Atlantis ist wahrscheinlich die Stadt aus dem Trailer, ne? Ganz, ganz vielen lieben Dank, Roxy. Danke, das ist sehr, sehr lieb. Dankeschön. Ich baue mir einen Shepard.
Welcome to UC Space.
Ich werde nie wieder was anderes spielen. Nee. Das Spiel wird mein Leben einnehmen.
Scan complete.
Können wir
You are cleared for
deine
landing at New
Enkelkinder
Atlantis.
zeigen, was da so alles geht? Wahrscheinlich. Ihr seid alle ganz toll. Ihr seid alle eine ganz liebe Community.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis,
mag ihre
your
Haarfarbe.
eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
Bakery,
It's also
Donuts,
where your
Desserts.
adventure with Constellation
Ja, immer
begins.
schön mittrinken, ne?
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an
Ich kann auch
intelligence
damit leben,
outside the settled
dass
system.
die Gesichtszüge jetzt nicht so super emotional sind. Das ist für mich okay.
Sarah Morgan,
Die müssen nicht so extrem sein. Wenn der Rest stimmt, alles super.
Mateo, the theologian
Hallöchen, voll
who
verflogen.
believes that there's
Knabe.
definitely something else out there. Noel,
Hallo.
the gifted scientist
Knabe.
and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Complete
faintly resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Süß, die Augen. Nicht süß. Nicht süß.
The
Danke für dein
United
Lurk,
Colonies
Roxy.
is where
Viel
you'll
Spaß beim
find
Duschen.
New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Cydonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Laser.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Das finde ich cool.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled
Sieht halt
Systems
sehr
as a pleasure
Cyberpunk-mäßig
city
aus,
where
ne?
almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Okay, was war das? Was war das denn?
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
Hallöchen, Yoko. Guten
They
Abend.
think
Hallo.
the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
Ich mag die Western-Style. Also ich mochte das jetzt gerade hier auch. Mal gucken, wo ich mich sehe. In welcher Stadt.
Waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Ja. Schon seit Monaten.
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience.
Was sie für ein helles Office haben.
Is the one that you tell.
Also, so
I'm the
schön,
type
wo die
of
da
person who
arbeiten.
spends hours in character creation. And I think people are going to
Oh
be
nein,
really
Charakter
excited when they see
Creation.
all of
Die
the
ersten
improvements
3
we've made.
Streams werden auf jeden Fall Charakter Creation
One of the
sein. Bis
biggest
ich meinen
overhauls
Charakter
was
habe.
done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and
Oh,
ethnicities.
cool.
And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create
Oh,
highly
cool.
detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and
Drei.
NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character
Okay,
you
in
see,
Fallout habe ich
almost
damals 4
always is a
Stunden
character
gebraucht,
you
bis ich
could
meinen
make
Charakter
yourself.
hatte. 4 Stunden. War ich im Charakter-Creator von Fallout.
Hey, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer
Foren wie
than
in
ever
Fallout.
before.
Wie meinst du das?
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be.
Es wird auf jeden Fall lange dauern. Also mindestens der erste Stream wird wahrscheinlich erst die Character
Backgrounds
Creation
give you a bit
sein.
of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You can choose to
Das
meet
ist
your
auch
biggest
cool, ne?
fan.
Dass es positive und negative Effekte dann gibt.
Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
Lange gut gestylte
I
Werte.
get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You
Ein
have to pay some
Stalker.
credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile
Okay,
zealots in space,
okay.
but because I had chosen
my
a trait
God.
that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Oh, wir fliegen.
There's another great one that
ich will-
gives
ich
you
will
a damage
fliegen
buff when
sehen.
your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
Okay, Bounty Hunter.
No
Ja,
matter
cool.
what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Okay.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay, cool.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
Aber das ist motivierend,
With
glaube
our
ich.
5 different skill
Also-
trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Oh Gott, was soll ich? Oh Gott,
I like the
ist das viel.
xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Aliens kontrollieren?
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Ich brauche ein Boost Pack, ganz, ganz wichtig. Ein Boost Pack auf jeden Fall.
I like
Definitiv.
maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Nee, ich flieg lieber.
That one's a lot of
Ich
fun.
flieg lieber und schieß dann von oben.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
Aber
I'm
cool,
very
das-
much a stealth player.
dass es dann sehr
So,
individuell
I'm out
eben
there
auch wird.
pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
Ich auch, tatsächlich. Ich versuche immer
I'll issue
irgendwie
you an access card.
I'm more of a running gun player.
Überredekunst zu skillen, tatsächlich.
I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Das bin ich, so schön von oben. Das macht mehr Spaß, glaube ich.
I like blowing stuff up.
Ah. Das automatische Rotgewehr, ja.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full
Liebe,
star
so
systems
viel Liebe im
with
Detail.
new
Ja,
life,
wirklich. Also
resources,
bisher bin ich
and
positiv
adventures.
überrascht. Positiv überrascht. Das ist echt sehr liebevoll bisher gestaltet. Trotz dieser
Our team
Weitläufigkeit.
worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in
Das
space,
mit dem Fliegen,
and
da bin ich mal
exploring
gespannt, wie das
derelict ships.
sich anfühlt. Ja, Gott sei Dank muss ja nicht jedes Spiel jedem gefallen, ne? Ich freue mich sehr darauf, als Bethesda-Fan. Ich freue mich sehr drauf. Ich werde es halt auch sehr lange streamen. Sehr lange streamen.
Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Ich möchte auf jeden Fall mir ein blaues Raumschiff basteln.
Thanks
Ganz
to your
wichtig.
ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own.
Lead Ship Artist, das muss man erstmal werden. Lead Ship Artist.
You can
Ich
buy
mein,
a ship. I'm sure you
wie
can find something you
cool.
like.
Toller Beruf.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now,
Und man kann da drin
we're going to take our
rumlaufen,
starting
also.
ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Du Heil, also.
And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems
Man muss ja
like your
richtig
weapons or
Techniker
shields,
werden.
or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout.
In dem Sinne, Abend.
Adding a
Hallöchen,
new
Ray.
habitat module can give you more
Hallöchen,
room for
guten
crew.
Abend. Oh.
Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette.
Nochmal 50 Streams. Oh Mann,
An
wir
improved
werden
grav drive allows
bestimmt
for
2
longer
Jahre mit
distance
dem
space
Spiel
jumps.
beschäftigt sein.
You can even
Immer mal
fully
wieder.
customize your
Ne?
paint
Immer mal
job
wieder.
to get the exact look you want.
Bitte wieder an den Rechner zulegen.
The parts you choose
Bin
to
mal
build
gespannt,
with
was ich
don't just
upgraden
affect
muss
your
an
ship's
meinem
stats.
Rechner, ey. Um
They'll
das
also
zu packen.
affect what you can do inside your ship. You can
Ja,
have
ich meine, du
modules for
kannst da
crafting,
laufen.
or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is
Das ist ein eigenes Spiel, der Schiffsbau. Das ist ein eigenes Spiel.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it.
Ist das eine Ameise?
Where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
Cats?
So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship
Das
home.
ist lol, ja, ey, im Singleplayer. Oh wow, ey, ich mache irgendwas mit einer
Ready
Katze
to
auf jeden
lift
Fall.
off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
Cool. Wackelte aber so ein bisschen, ne? War schon schwierig.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew,
Ja, jeder
and
kann
they'll
bauen, was er
always be
möchte.
there when you
Ne?
travel.
Ich denke mal, das werden auch viele so
until we
bauen.
either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved.
Hallöchen, Nick, guten
Except
Abend.
you.
Hallo.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can
Wir sind
always
von
hire
uns?
additional crew at
Echt?
spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Alles klar, Joko. Alles klar. Hallöchen, Tiki. Hallo.
I gotta get off this rock. Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
Bosco.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like
kann
and
zuschlagen,
give him a
ne?
personality.
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Bosco kann zuschlagen.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Das wird Monate dauern, bis ich mein
And
Schiff
now,
habe.
let's take to the sky.
Ja, ab in den Himmel. Lasst uns mal fliegen. Wie denn so Space-Kämpfe aussehen dann, ne?
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Man muss Schiffstechniker werden, definitiv. Das ist ja nochmal was Eigenes, was du dann nochmal lernen musst, oder?
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Du stellst das unten alles ein.
You should always be on your toes because
Unten links.
you're not alone out there.
Okay, das ist schon cool, diese Interaktion. Du musst das alles unten einstellen, während du fliegst.
Unlocking the targeting control system
Nicht
skill
einfach nur
will
fliegen
allow
und
you to
schießen.
zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Das ist schon eine andere Hausnummer, würde ich sagen. Also das ist
Destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the
ja,
remains from
genau,
your
super
cockpit.
viele Gameplay-Systeme,
You can
genau,
always
so
turn any ship that
viel.
engages you into scrap.
Habe ich auch, ehrlich gesagt, abgespeckter erwartet.
But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Und dann kann man da rein. Wie cool. Du kannst dann ins Schiff rein und andocken. Oder halt abschießen.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
Ja, aber ist okay. Immer her mit
Add
den
to your
Bugs.
fleet and
Immer her
retrieve it
damit.
at any spaceport.
Da
But
hast du so einen
space
Dödel.
is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Kann man die auch abschießen?
Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new
Oh
ship.
Mann, ich hab so
A
Lust.
civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
Cool. Und wenn das Spiel am Anfang buggt,
Or
dann
rub
ist das
elbows
so.
with the
Das
galaxy's
ist
wealthy
okay.
elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Das ist so hübsch.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board
Mit dem
ships.
Kauf
I'm
im
like,
Monat
this is
oder
now mine.
bis es im Angebot ist. Ich
steal
kauf
all the
sofort.
sandwiches and put them, in my cargo
Ich kauf
hold that I have
sofort.
specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the
Keine
hero.
Banks gibt's, die
but I wanna go
ja,
out
okay,
and
das
just start
stimmt.
taking
Alles
things from
andere.
people as quickly as possible.
Hauptsache man kann abspeichern.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food.
Grandma.
If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Ja.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
Ja, machst die Hauptstory, zack, bist in 1000 Nebenstories gelandet. Juhu.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there. Just wait to visit.
Hallöchen, Schatz. Einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Hallo, danke schön für den Raid. Was habt ihr denn noch Schönes gemacht? Wolltet ihr nicht noch ein bisschen Diablo spielen? Weil du bist ja so schnell. Hast du schnell aufgehört? So, für alle, die meinen lieben Freund noch nicht kennen, der liebe Buspilot, lasst gerne mal ein Follow bei ihm. Das würde mich sehr, sehr freuen. Hatte 1,5 Stunden, 3. Komisch, wir sind doch am selben Internet angedockt. Warum ist das denn so? Ja, ich hoffe, du hattest trotzdem Spaß. Vielen lieben Dank für den Raid, Schatz. Dankeschön. Lasst unbedingt mal ein Follow bei ihm.
Hey everybody, we were showing you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different.
Aber vielen lieben Dank. Also lasst gerne ein Follow bei ihm, das würde mich sehr freuen.
And we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch.
Jetzt kommt Merch.
It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch.
Ich sag ja,
this is
dem
the
lieben
watch
Todd ist
that
auch
you actually
zu
get in the
zu warm.
game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed
Na
a really
gut,
cool
okay, die
case
Uhr
that
ist
it
schon
comes with,
cool.
Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era.
Pip-Boy, ja, ist wie Pip-Boy, genau.
It's got an intricate
Und Hallöchen zu
locking
Gun.
mechanism,
Hallöchen, guten
authentic,
Abend.
heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Ich habe so kleine Ärmchen. Das ist dann mehr Uhr als Hand, was ich dann tragen würde.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part
Ich
of
finde das cool mit der Uhr.
we get
Macht
to
ja auch
work with the
Sinn, das dann als
amazing
Merch
people
zu
on the
verkaufen.
Xbox hardware team, and together we have created
Ist halt Marketing,
this
aber cooles
custom
Marketing.
limited edition Starfield controller. It's
Cooles
awesome. It is
Marketing.
now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that,
Ist okay.
we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Man kann sagen, was man will, aber das Marketing zum Merch ist Bombe. Das ist echt durchdacht. Einfach mal durchdacht. Wenn das Ganze nur schwarz wäre, dann wäre es eher mein Ding. So wie das Shirt würde ich mir den Controller wünschen. Microsoft hat sich auch gekauft. Kann man drüber mal nachdenken. Noch sieht so aus, dass die Qualität gut ist.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details.
Landscape, okay, jetzt kommt die ganze Landschaft dazu.
But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Ja,
So why go this
wir
big
machen keine
with
Welt,
Starfield?
wir machen eine Galaxie.
Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments.
Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Das wäre cool, wenn man tatsächlich irgendwo als Easter Egg die Welt von Fallout oder von Elder Scrolls, von Skyrim besuchen könnte. Das wäre so cool. Das muss doch bei den 1000 Planeten möglich sein, so 2 Easter Egg Planeten zu haben. Ich hoffe das. Das wäre so cool.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals.
Das wäre so cool. Ich wünsche mir Pebbles. Ich wünsche mir Pebbles, bitte.
Rewards for fully surveying planets.
Als Easter Egg. Ich wünsche es mir. Das muss doch möglich sein. Mr. Pebbles.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
Riesige Ameisen, yay.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
Aus Fallout 4,
Our
die ist
biggest
überall
goal
auf
for lighting
Plakaten
with
drauf.
Starfield was to make the game
Die halt,
feel more filmic, to
ins
use
Universum geflogen
lighting
ist.
and color to really make it feel
Das würde
more
halt super passen.
cinematic.
Die findet man in ganz vielen Fallout 4 Plakaten. Sucht man nach Mr. Pebbles Fallout 4 auf Google. Ruby, vielen lieben Dank für den verschenkten Sub an Jeff. Dankeschön. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank. Du wurdest verwaldkatzt. Ganz viel Spaß mit den Emotes. Wir nähern uns dem Ende, ja.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Okay.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera,
jetzt kannst
which
du nicht nur ein
helps
Schiff
span out
bauen, sondern
larger
auch deine
parts of
eigene
the
Base,
outpost and placing those
1000-mal
larger
auf
halves.
dem
That way you
Planeten.
can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you
Soll ich
can
das
really
Spiel zu Ende
decorate and
spielen?
fine-tune things much easier.
Base bilden, das kommt noch dazu. Raumschiff bauen, Base bauen. Und dafür musst du halt die Planeten besuchen und craften, ne? Das ist dann halt die Motivation, glaube ich. Ich glaube, das ist die Motivation. Planeten besuchen, looten, damit du deine Base und dein Raumschiff immer erweitern kannst. Und nebenbei noch die Hauptstory machen, 1000 Nebenquests machen, auf den 1000 Planeten die 1000
Add
Nebenquests
crafting
machen.
and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already
Kämpfe.
have.
Und die Weltraumbasen
Mod
nicht zu
your weapons to
vergessen.
adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
Dieses Blumenvieh.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like
Ich
what's
glaube, das
realistic,
wird hier
what's
noch
sim, and
mehr
what's
Zeit
Hollywood. And I think
werden
we
in
sort
dem
of
Spiel
err on the side
mit
of
dem
like what's fun
Basenbau.
for the player.
Nach Fallout-Spiel. Dann gucken wir die Welt. Ja, es wäre cool.
With
Es wäre halt so
Starfield,
cool.
we've completely
Es
overhauled
wäre so
our
ein cooles
combat.
Easter Egg.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Die brauchen wir, ganz, ganz wichtig.
And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Ja, das finde ich so cool. Das meine ich ja, das macht das Ganze so viel dynamischer und das fühlt sich dann so hui an.
Pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in Zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
3, das reicht nicht. Ich glaube, das reicht nicht. Nee. Oh nein.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists,
ich bin tatsächlich keine Faustkampfspielerin.
Or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Jo. Das nehme ich.
Starfield's got you covered.
Auch wie du da jeweils deinen eigenen Raumanzug, glaube ich, individualisieren kannst, ne? Also klar, andere Rüstung, aber die sahen gerade schon sehr schick aus bei den Waffen. Die unterschiedlichen Raumanzüge. Immer schwierig. Ja, ist nicht so meins auch. Ich nehme lieber die Pistole. Und ich bin eigentlich Shotgun-Spielerin. In Fallout immer. Run a Rifle, ja. Jetzt habe ich auch noch die Macht, oder wie?
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rockstar photos.
Okay,
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Vasco.
Die Ending. Wann auch immer ich das erreichen werde. Keine Ahnung.
Sniper rifles, come on. Lever
action,
zurück,
Roxy.
rocket launcher.
Brain sprout.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right then.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Pause voll, ey, das wird ein endloses Let's Play. Oh. Wo soll ich denn da noch Assassin's Creed spielen? Oh. Aber ich habe da Lust zu. Ich habe da richtig Lust zu.